Good morning. Now, it should come as no surprise that the weather's taken a turn, and my intentions for today were to start epoxying the toerail out back, but that's a lot of water. It hasn't rained. This is literally just fog and humidity that's come in. Let's have a look outside. This is what it looks like outside. There's a layer of wet on everything. That's not going to be dry for a few hours still. This is what you get for coming in early and trying to get an early start. So until that sun comes out, yep, that one, and busts all the fog away, we'll have to find something inside to do. Good news is that there's plenty to do inside. One of those things is to fill these holes with thickened epoxy. Over here as well. Over there was done a few years ago when we were hoping to start on that work. And for that purpose I have some filler over here, and I need to decanter this into a small jug. And yeah, so then hopefully the sun will come out and we can get to some real work. Looky what we have here. Another Amazon order, and we definitely have a collection of these coming up. So let's see what this is. Now I already know what it is, but for you guys, that's right, more hatches, and these look to be exactly the same, which you need to always check because you never know, but these definitely look to be exactly the same. Yeah. Fantastic. These ones were kindly donated by Lillian and Dean Murray. Thank you very much, guys. That's 2 more, so that's almost the entire bird's hatches, all here in 3 boxes, and 1 over there that I'm busy working with. As thick as pea soup today, and this is the change in the weather that I was hoping to beat to do all of this work with the hatches. Everything is wet inside and out, condensation everywhere. But hey, look what else came. Five more hatches, so that's every single one from Amazon. Shipping and handling, $74. You guys overseas tell me if $74 shipping and handling is cool. To me, everything in dollars is expensive. This also kindly donated by Lillian and Dean Murray. Thank you guys so much. Literally, this is every single window now can be replaced because they literally all leak, every single one of them. So I've got to inspect all of these. Made in China to the United States. And if I bought it directly from China, because I saw them for $15 or $20 each, Alibaba or AliExpress or one of those guys. Super cheap, but 3 times the shipping. So to get here is much more expensive. Whereas with Amazon, you pay a little bit more for the hatches, but the $78 shipping is nothing to go all the way to the southern tip of Africa. So that's all the hatches that are required. How cool is that? Alright, so we've got fairly good fill, and I've filled the various little holes around, at least on the inside. So these are all done, and now I need to do the same on the outside. So I'll quickly take a break from cutting up the area of the hatch so that we can do an epoxy fill on this area we did last week. It's just on the side of the toerail. I just want to get these deep indentations filled with some thickened epoxy and to get a very light coat cover on it, because without a doubt we are coming into some wet weather and then it's not going to be so cool. So the trick now is to round off these edges. I've already cut them a little bit, but I just want to neaten them up. It's probably not the best way of doing it, but I don't really have the correct tools to do this. So all I'm going to do is round off the edges with the sander. I think I've got a pretty aggressive 60 grit disc on, and I'm going to swap this around and do all the sides as nicely as I can. That should fit the look or the aesthetic that we're going for. This will then get glued down onto the area that we've just cut out for the hatch. I'll clamp it into place with some thickened epoxy, and later I will sand the whole thing down. Hopefully this will be strong enough and good enough. It will obviously get sanded again and fed, and I'll make sure that it looks like it was always meant to be there. At least that's what I always try to do. So much for epoxy weather. Everything is nice and wet. It didn't rain. This is just mornings in autumn around here. Although the work was done yesterday, so I finished gluing this down, as you saw. Today I was hoping to start the glass work on the outside, and that's likely not to happen today. And it looks like it's going to be like this for a few days. So this is a good place to end the video for this week. The only other thing that I have done from last week is the filling over here. That's all dry, but obviously the weather isn't going to allow me to finish this piece of work. But once the hatch is in, I can start working on painting, sealing this off, maybe putting a frame in here, get the hatch on. I've got to do some work on deck. That'll allow me to hopefully do some painting, but this is also not painting weather, so it's not really working out for us this week. So let's see what happens next week. So have a great week for you guys, and I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next week. Cheers guys, bye.